Have you ever stared at a blank page, a new sketchbook, or an empty project folder and just simply froze? Like you didn't know how to possibly start. Every creator faces that exact moment Miles Morales faced at the end of Into the Spider-Verse. You know, the moment before everything changes.
That's all it is, Miles. A leap of faith.
Like, what's up, danger? Like, what's up, danger?
When that moment finally arrives, you might be asking yourself, where do I even start? What if I fail? Or is it even worth it? Look, I've been there. In fact, I've been there multiple times. When I wrote my first book, when I posted my first YouTube video, I didn't know if my work was good enough, and I didn't know if it would ever be good enough. I didn't even know if anyone would care about what I had to say. I felt that same fear when it was time to start too. The long pause before the big jump. If you guys are new to my channel, I'm LDJ, a fantasy and science fiction writer, and I'm no stranger to taking chances on myself and just starting things. In fact, I kind of think I have a bit of a problem starting things because I don't always finish them. But when it comes to writing and creating videos on YouTube, those are two things that I did not quit doing. And in just over a year, I grew my YouTube channel to over 2,000 subscribers and counting. Now, I know that number is not a lot, but it's more than I thought I would ever get, and I'm super grateful for where I'm at right now. For some strange reason, people seem to care about the things that I make. Well, I think I actually do know the reason, and it's not because I'm special or anything, or it's not that I make the greatest videos or I write the best books. It's simply because I pour every ounce of my being, my soul, my essence, whatever you want to call it. I pour all of that into my work. Listen, I'm literally just a guy. I'm just a dude. I'm just a person just like you. There's nothing inherently special about me. I'm not super particularly good at anything. I think I'm really just passionate about what I'm passionate about, and I'm dedicated to getting better at whatever it is I'm doing, whether it's writing, making YouTube videos, making graphics, whatever it is, I'm dedicated to making myself as good as I can be. In this video, I'm going to be sharing exactly how I pushed forward and took that first scary leap into starting something. And I'm going to give you 3 actionable steps that can teach you how to do the same exact thing. Whether you're writing a book, getting into art, or I don't know, starting a weird candle making business, this video is going to be for you. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll be sharing the most recent creative leap that I've taken that has the potential to change my life forever. The first step is to start before you're ready. Look, I know it's tempting to try and get everything in order, come up with the best plan, gather all the best skills.
Now I know this plan is foolproof. Check this out. First of all, you and me start working at the bank. Doesn't matter the position, okay, just so long as we get in there, right? Then we just go there every day, do the work, gain their trust until we get them in the palm of our hand. All right? That's how we get the money. That's the beauty of it, bro. They deposit the money into our bank accounts. Week after week, month after month. They not even gonna know they being robbed.
Trust me, this is only holding you back from starting. I started writing my first book at the age of 14, and at the time, I didn't know a single thing about writing. And I definitely didn't know how to get my work out there. But I didn't let my lack of knowledge stop me from starting. I got to work on creating characters, lore, and a plot. And yeah, they weren't perfect. They were quite far from it actually. I started posting my terrible books on Wattpad as a teenager, and I got criticism. Lots of it. But every little mistake I made, every mean comment I got, they all taught me something. I improved and I leveled up a little every single day. I stayed up late at night watching YouTube videos instead of studying for tests and reading craft books to become a better writer. And gradually, I got better and I wrote more books and I finished them all. And if I had waited for perfection, if I had waited until I was the perfect writer or I learned every single thing about story structure, pacing, character development, I'd have never written and completed 12 drafts in my eternal keyverse. And the only way you can finish a project is by starting before you're even ready. Look, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need all of the knowledge and all of the answers. You simply just need to start. Step 2 is you need to embrace your unique voice. I know a lot of people hesitate to start whatever their creative project is, whether it's a book, a comic, a web novel, a manga, whatever it is. I know a lot of people hesitate to start because they think their ideas aren't interesting or unique enough. People are always going, "Oh, someone else already has this business idea. I guess I can't do it." Or someone else already uses this idea in their book. I guess I have to come up with something else. Or maybe they're saying, my art style looks too similar to theirs. I guess I can't post my art. Well, I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. There is no such thing as an original idea. And if you do somehow manage to stumble upon an idea that no one in the history of humankind has done before, chances are there's a good reason for that. You want to know where real creativity comes from? It comes from how you personally shape your influences. It comes from the unique spins and twists you put on things. One of the main ways that I learned how to write was by copying my favorite authors' writing styles. I did the same thing when it came to making YouTube videos. I found a bunch of creators in my niche and I decided to just copy their format and the way they made their videos. And yeah, it worked at first. I got the basic foundation of how to do things, but ultimately it limited my creativity. But when I started to add my own quirks, humor, views, and personality to my work, I started to stand out. I began to build my creative voice from the ground up. And there's no reason why you can't do the same thing. Your creative voice is your superpower, and it's going to be what makes people remember you. Step 3, you need to make it a habit. Listen, you can't just jump off the cliff and stop there. Let's come up with a quick scenario to kind of put this into perspective. Imagine you're being chased by supervillains and you just jumped off a building to escape. You hit the ground and you think you're in the clear, but if you just lay there forever, eventually they're gonna catch up to you. And when they catch up to you, let's just say you don't want that to happen. Listen, you gotta keep going. Post that content even if you're not sure it'll get views. Write that chapter even when you're tired or don't feel inspired. Build your world even when you don't have any new ideas. I'm gonna be honest, some days are gonna be frustrating. That's just the life of a creator. There's gonna be a lot of days where you're gonna wonder if your work is even good enough or if it's all even worth it. You'll be cheating yourself if you quit before you can even find out. The great thing about momentum is that it compounds. Look, there's no guarantee that you'll go viral or that you'll get famous or that you'll make thousands of dollars off of your work. I'm still a small creator myself, barely making any money off of the things that I make. But if you stay consistent and keep creating the best work that you can, it puts you in the best position to be discovered. Because when the algorithm gods finally shine their light on you, you'll be ready for the world. But no one's ever gonna find you if you don't start. Each small step makes the next one easier. Put one foot in front of the other, and before you know it, you'll be running full steam ahead. Earlier in the video, I promised to share the creative decision that I recently made that could change my life forever, and that's what I'm gonna do now. If this is your first time on my channel, here's a little bit of context. I know I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but I've been building my Eternal Keyverse, a collection of fantasy and science fiction stories, since 2014. And if you want to dive a bit deeper, you can check out some of the videos on screen and my Patreon that I just launched at the end of August. But that's not the leap that I'm talking about. Over the years, I managed to build a following on the amateur writing website Wattpad. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it, but it's basically a place where amateur writers can post their books and, you know, gain a general audience and just test out new ideas and stuff. And that's pretty much what I used Wattpad for. But over the years, the website has changed a lot. It got bought out by Webtoon, or the company that owns Webtoon. But after that acquisition, getting visibility as a fantasy and science fiction writer, especially one who writes male-oriented stories, became harder than ever. So I decided to abandon Wattpad and find a platform that meets my needs as a creator.
Oh, I forgot. You're broken. I don't want to play with you anymore.
So when I finally made the decision to leave Wattpad, I had to do some research on what other platforms are out there that I could post my writing on. And when I did my research, the two most popular platforms that would maybe support me as a creator were Royal Road and Web Novel. And after researching countless launch strategies, how to market my book, how to get more followers, I decided I was going to post the new version of my superhero trilogy on those platforms. So I mapped out a plan, albeit it's definitely a rushed plan and I'm not sure if it's going to work, but I created one nonetheless, and I decided to start posting. At the moment, I have the first 8 chapters of my book Red Skies up on Royal Road and Web Novel for you guys to read for free. By the way, it's completely for free. Now, do you guys want to know the truth about this entire ordeal? I have no clue what I'm doing. Posting on Wattpad was what I was comfortable with. I would just write a chapter, edit it a little bit, and then shoot it up there. But Royal Road and Web Novel is an entire different ball game. Getting any kind of traction and visibility is like getting blood from a stone. It's super hard. There's so many different creators out there, so many great stories. And if I want to rise to the top, I'm going to have to put my best foot forward. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm pretty scared. I'm scared that no one's going to read my work. I'm scared that my book is just going to flop and that I'm doing all of this for nothing. But even with all of those fears, I still made the choice to start, and there's no reason why you guys can't start as well. Even if you're not a writer, maybe you're an artist and you want to post your comic on Webtoon, or if you're a world builder and you're not sure if you should share your world with the world. I said the word world a lot. I'm getting tongue-tied. Anyways, whatever it is that you're passionate about and you're not sure if you should start or if you should share with other people, get rid of those ideas and just start. Share it with the world, share it with your friends, share it with whoever. Just start that journey and you'll never know where it's going to take you. And if you guys want to help me out on my personal journey of becoming the best writer that I can be and reaching Web Novel and Royal Road stardom, you guys can check out the link to my brand new story in the description box below. You guys can also read it on Patreon. I know I've plugged that a lot, but I'm really proud of everything that I've created for that platform. And I just want to share everything that I've made with as many people as possible. Now, if you're ready to finally start and take your first creative leap, make sure to subscribe. My next video is going to cover the 5 ways that you can actually start your creative project today. It's made for writers, artists, and world builders who are ready to stop hesitating and start creating. I've been LDJwrites, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.